The provided transcript captures a series of unexpected and often humorous moments where sports officials become unintentionally involved in the action on the field, court, or diamond. These incidents highlight the dynamic and sometimes unpredictable nature of sports, where even those responsible for enforcing the rules can find themselves in the midst of the game's excitement. In various scenes from baseball, basketball, and football games, officials such as umpires and referees are seen trying to navigate around players or balls, only to inadvertently become part of the play themselves. For example, umpire Chad Fairchild in baseball attempts to avoid being hit by a shot but ends up in its path. It still manages to make the correct call. Similarly, basketball referee Dean Morton collides with a player, illustrating the physical risks officials face in the fast-paced environment of professional sports. Football scenes depict instances where officials' actions affect gameplay, such as throwing hats onto the field or inadvertently impeding players, leading to penalties or humorous situations. These incidents not only entertain but also highlight the human element within sports officiating, where split-second decisions and physical agility are crucial, even for those not directly participating in the competition. But before starting this video again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our fantastic content. Now let's start it again. At first look, it would appear that the book shows a wide variety of intense and dramatic situations that took place in a number of sports, including football, basketball, and most likely baseball as well. This is the impression that one would get from reading the book from the beginning. This is the impression that one would acquire from reading the book all the way through. In spite of this, the situation is not all like this. Players are engaging in remarkable play, coming into contact with collisions, and communicating with referees as a result of these conditions, which has come to light as a consequence of these conditions. Players are also coming into contact with crashes. Additionally, players are interacting with the referees. When it comes to the feeling of excitement that is related with the competition that takes place in sports, there are a number of different variables that contribute to the feelings of enthusiasm. The fact that these interactions frequently result in consequences that were not anticipated is one of the many factors that contribute to this phenomenon. There are also other factors that contribute to this phenomenon. One incident that stands out as being very extraordinary is the one in which a football player, most likely seen green, breaks through a defensive line, which is frequently referred to as runs through the empire, and comes into touch with a referee in the middle of the action. This is an incident that stands out as being particularly outstanding. This is an incident that stands out as being particularly remarkable in its own right. The occurrence of this event is considered to be quite likely to take place. In the sport of basketball, it is possible for players to demonstrate their dexterity and brilliance by making a spin move against Dirk, which is a particular type of spin move. They are able to provide an additional demonstration of their capacity to deal with defensive pressure by utilizing this maneuver, which allows them to do so. At this very moment, we are observing a distinctively different kind of situation than what we would often see. Not only does the fact that there are allusions to collisions between players and referees assist to demonstrate the physical intensity of sports, but it also serves to highlight the likelihood that accidents may occur on occasion for a number of reasons. This is in addition to the fact that it helps to illustrate that there are collisions between players and referees. There's a possibility that this additional point of interest can be located in the text. It is vital to bring it up because it is relevant to the conversation that is about to take place. As an illustration of the unpredictable and dynamic nature of sports, the fact that the results of games are influenced by athleticism, strategy, and decisions made in the split second that separates the two is a good example of this. In relation to this particular component, the fact that the outcomes of games are determined by these criteria is what sets it apart from other elements. The seemingly straightforward nature of these descriptions allows them to convey the unpredictable and ever-changing character of sports despite their apparent simplicity. These characteristics are one of the factors that contribute to the fact that sports are so exciting and surprising. It is one of the things that makes sports so remarkable. These characteristics define sports as athletic endeavors. The narrative that is being told about competitive sports includes a number of plays and exchanges that are reported in great detail. Each and every one of these plays and exchanges makes a contribution to the larger narrative. Every aspect of them is covered in great detail. One of the things that has been brought to light as a result of the contributions that have been made is the athleticism of the players, as well as the challenges that the officials confront in their efforts to safeguard the integrity of the game. This is one of the things that has been brought to light. It has been brought to light that this is one of the things that has occurred. A number of significant events that occurred in a wide range of sports at various points over its whole. There are a wide range of countries and sports represented in these competitions. The transcript places a particular emphasis on instances in which the authorities became involved in the activities without their knowledge. This is something that is stated rather frequently. The officials were not aware of their involvement, which is the reason for this condition. During a time that Chad Fairchild was serving as a referee for a baseball game, he was struck by a gunshot and made an attempt to exit the location where the incident took place. During the time when Chad Fairchild was serving as a referee, this exact occurrence took place. He was nonetheless able to arrive at the correct judgment regarding the official outcome of the game, despite the fact that this turned out to be the circumstances that transpired. Another scenario that has the ability to take place is one in which Dean Morton, a referee, and Clarkson, a basketball player, come into contact with one another. This scenario has that potential to take place. Clarkson is a person who was involved in the accident to the extent that the circumstances of this case indicate his involvement. As a result of the absence of cushioning, Morton trips and falls in an ungainly manner, which hammers home the fact that officials are exposed to a range of various physical threats. In the sport of football, there are a significant number of additional plays in which the referees either intentionally or unintentionally stop the game. The plays in question may be performed intentionally or unintentionally. It is possible to classify these plays as additional plays as well, at least to some extent. In the event that a referee, for instance, puts his hat across the path of a player, the official will be punished for obstructing the player's path towards the player with the intention of preventing the player from reaching the player. This occurred as a result of the referee preventing the player from getting inside the player's space. To be more exact, this is due to the fact that the referee made an effort to impede the player's progress, which is the reason why this incident took place. An official who was playing a football game collapsed and threw his hat, which led to a player treading on it. At the time the official was playing the game, there were injuries sustained by the official. One more thing that happened while the game was being played was that this particular event occurred. As a direct consequence of this incident, individuals went on to sustain injuries that were the result of accidents. This issue arose as a consequence of the official's choice to throw some coins into the air. The event was brought about as a result of the official being thrown with force. Additionally, there's a comical situation in which one official was momentarily confused upon seeing another set of stripes, and then proceeded to crush his skull at a later point in time. This is a situation that has resulted in a humorous predicament. A hilarious scenario might be derived from this situation. Following a brief period of confusion on the part of the official, this particular incident became apparent. These occurrences bring to light the unexpected character of sports, as well as the fact that sports may be unpredictable. They also bring to light the reality that sports can be unpredictable. The unexpected nature of sports is brought into emphasis by these situations. It is possible for officials, despite the fact that it is their responsibility to maintain order during the entirety of the game, to find themselves unexpectedly involved in the action of the game, which frequently results in situations that are either humorous or odd. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.